At the time of recording this video, it is October 2nd, which means just yesterday the brand new Lego Fortnite sets released. They're now available for purchase on Lego.com among some other stores. And my last Lego Fortnite items video did very well, becoming my most viewed video on this channel. So of course I'm coming back at you guys with a part 2. Last time I showed you a bunch of pickaxes, gliders, weapons, and items in the game that I made in Lego. And today I got even more pickaxes, gliders, and items. But along with that, I have some back blings, some different loot containers, among a few other things. But before we jump into the video, please make sure that you're subscribed because I have a bunch more Lego Fortnite content coming in the future, especially after I get my hands on that battle bus set. I want to build some Lego Fortnite mocks, so if you would like to see those, make sure that you have notifications on. And also comment down below some other Fortnite items that I should try to recreate in Lego for a future video. And without further ado, let's get into these builds. First, I want to take a look at these 4 pickaxes that I made. 3 of these were actually made for skins that come in the battle bus set. We've got Raven's pickaxe, Cuddle Team Leader's pickaxe, and Drift's pickaxe, along with the very popular Star Wand pickaxe. Drift's pickaxe was built using a lot of these clear pink pieces on the top to kind of show that electrifying pink that he has on the end of his pickaxe. I also use this Ninjago piece that they usually have at the bottom of their swords, because in the actual pickaxe in game there's kind of like a little chain down here, and I think it looks really nice, and it was the perfect gold color. It's a very simple build, and it looks really great being held by a minifigure. Next up, we got the Cuddle Team Leader's pickaxe. This one was actually really difficult to recreate in Lego, and I actually had to use some sticky tack to attach the bow right here. But I think it turned out really nice. There's just this pink little stud at the bottom, and then it's kind of like a paw, and to replicate those kind of fingers, I use these 2 pieces here along with this heart piece to kind of show like some of the fingers that are coming down over the rest of the palm. I use this Lego Friends bow piece in pink, and like I said, just with some sticky tack to put it right here because I couldn't really find a way to attach it with only Legos. And I think this is going to look great being held by the Cuddle Team Leader minifigure. Next up, one of my favorite items I made in this entire video is the Raven pickaxe. At the bottom here, I just used this little minifigure hand, and I use these droid arms along the edge here to kind of show, I don't know if it's some sort of like a rib cage or some sort of something that goes around a glowing purple bit, so I just used a translucent purple cone there. On the back there's like a little feather, so I just used this black feather piece for that, and I think it looks really nice. It was pretty complicated and took me quite a while to come up with this design. It does look a little bulky, but I think it is probably the best design I could have come up with. Now for our final pickaxe, we got one of the most used pickaxes in the whole game, the Star Wand. The only thing I don't like about how this turned out is the handle right here is gray where it should be pink, although I just didn't have a pink rod piece. But other than that, I do really like how I did the star piece. It's just a jumper along with a tile on top. And even though it's not actually a star, because instead of 5 points it has 8, I think it still looks really good. Ideally, you'd probably want to use the star piece from the Lego Movie 2 sets, but I just don't have any of those. I did make sure to include some of the pink on the top and the bottom here, so that wasn't fully lost. But I think it looks really nice being held by a minifigure, and works with pretty much all of them. Now that we've gotten all the pickaxes done, let's take a look at the back blings. Just like the pickaxes, I made 4 back blings, 2 of which were suggested by people in my Discord. There's a link in the description to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. Our first black bling is called Shelly. I think it's turned out really nice. I'm really happy I had enough pieces in this kind of coral blue color. The center part is just a brick that has studs on all sides. And for the actual little crab, I just did this 1x1 clip along with this cheese slope that just is sloped on both sides. And the clip is kind of meant to represent the crab's little claws. And then on the side here, I just put this pink flowering stud because the little crab has some like coral flowering on the side of them. And this can just be attached by using this minifigure bracket piece and putting it on the back there. And then you just take your minifigure, take their head off, put it on, and then put the head back on, and then there you go, you've got your back bling. I think it looks really nice. It is a little bulky, but it is hard because you can only go so small with Lego. Some of these things, if Lego were to actually make them, would probably have to be molded. But I think that Shelly turned out really nice. Our next back bling is the skin Rex's back bling, and it's called Scaly. This one was pretty fun to make, and it turned out really nice. It is just kind of like the back part of the dinosaur. And this one's attached by a minifigure bracket as well, except this time it's a 1x2 one, and it's clear. I just used a jumper along with another green plate, and then a 1x3 green plate along with some orange cheese slopes on the back there for its spikes, and it's attached the same way as the last back bling, and would go really well with a Rex minifigure if they ever do make one of those. That's how it looks on the back of a minifigure. Our next build can represent many back blings, and it's just this 3-piece build. There's a lot of katana back blings in the game, so you can pretty much just replace this with any color you want to represent any of those, but it's just the minifigure bracket with a clip, and then you just take a katana piece and you kind of have to work it in there and get it to clip on the edge there, and then just put it on your minifigure, and I think it looks really, really nice. And I mean, this doesn't even have to be made to represent a back bling in Fortnite. It's just a really nice way to display a single katana on the back of a minifigure. And it also looks really good from the front. Our final back bling is actually meant for one of the minifigures you've been seeing in this video a lot, and that is my custom Lego Midas. I built a bunch of Fortnite skins in Lego. If you want to see that video, you can click the card right up there. But I built Midas's back bling as one of the back blings, and I think it actually looks really good. I used a golden minifigure hand for the handle of the knife that is in his back bling. If we just remove his head and put it on, you can see it looks really nice on him. I do think it is a little thick there, but like I said, it's Lego, and I think it turned out looking really nice. I used this ingot piece on the back here just to kind of give the angles more of a slant, and like I said, that minifigure hand for the handle of the knife that is in his bag. In my opinion, all these back blings turned out great in Lego, but now let's move on to the 2 gliders I built. Our first glider was suggested by somebody in the Discord, and it is the Banana Umbrella. This was a wind glider for one of the seasons, and it would go great with the brand new Adventure Peely skin that's coming in the new Battle Bus set. This one was a little difficult to construct, obviously just using a brown rod for the handle, but I had to use various clips and stuff to be able to attach all of these bananas. Now originally I was going to use actual Lego banana pieces, but I don't have that many Lego banana pieces, so I opted to use these 1x2 slopes. And it's actually built in 2 sections. There's this section and then this top section up here. They're both built pretty much the same way, except this one is upside down, just attaching the clips the other way. And then they sit loosely together, and the only thing that holds them together is this brown rod that goes through the middle, and then you can also put this on top. I think it turned out really, really nice, and it's also pretty minifigure scale. Our next glider is one of my favorite gliders in the game. It is the Laser Chomp glider. This one utilizes the shark piece. I'm sure you could build it with any of the newer shark pieces. I just have the older one. And then down here is the handle where you hold on, and then kind of this that wraps around, and then on top you have the laser, which can move back and forth as it pops off. And then of course the actual laser on the end there. The minifigure just grabs onto the handle down here, just like that, and you can see they kind of float right below it there, and I think it looks really good. This is definitely something you could display outside of your Lego Battle Bus. Now that we've taken a look at all these cosmetic items, let's look at some of the actual in-game items that I built. Starting off with one of my favorites, the OG jetpack. Now this is not supposed to be the new War Machine jetpack. I actually built that in a video where I built a bunch of stuff from Chapter 5, Season 4, which you can see by clicking the card up in the top right corner. This is the OG jetpack, which attaches with this little bracket, just like some of the back wings did. One of my favorite parts usage here is these lever bottom pieces up top here, and I also really like the 1x1 double-sided bar there. Now, this is all built on top of a circular jumper and looks really good. I even think the sizing works pretty well. It is a little too long, but I think it turned out really nice. Now I'm going to show you how it looks on a minifigure. Bringing back our good old Midas minifigure, it just clips onto the back, just like that, and you can see it looks pretty good. Like I said, a little bit big, but it works really nicely, and your minifigure still has plenty of room to move their arms around and be able to hold weapons and stuff like that. Probably one of, if not my favorite thing I built in this entire video. Next up, we got 3 items requested by people in my Discord. First off, we got the Rift to go, which was very simple, just using 3 pieces. Inside, there's just this loose cone piece, and I made it loose so that when you actually have it, you can kind of shake it. You can hear it makes noise. So I think that turned out really nice. This little glass ball piece works very, very well for this. Next up, another simple build. We got the Storm Flip. This item would create a big storm bubble if you weren't in the storm, or make a kind of like air bubble if you were in the storm. So a very useful item, and it's just built using 2 pieces, this purple cone and this stud with the bar on the top, and I think it turned out really nice. Our final item here is the Shockwave. This one was kind of difficult to recreate because it's kind of circular, which circular things in Lego are pretty hard to make. I ended up making it just like this. I used loads of purple studs all around, along with these 1x2 plates that are circular, and of course in the middle, I got a brick with studs on all sides. And that's how all 4 of those look being held by a minifigure. But now let's take a look at some of the different containers or loot boxes that I built. So I built the vending machine, the ammo crate, the larger ammo crate, and then the food box. I didn't build a chest because there are already ways to build the chests from the Lego Fortnite game mode, so no point in me redesigning something that Fortnite already made. First, let's take a look at the smallest of the bunch. This is just 2 simple pieces. It is supposed to be the food crate, just a 1x2 green plate along with a 1x2 light brown tile on top, and I think it looks really nice. Now ideally there'd be a little print on top, but of course I can't do that. Now let's move on to the ammo crate. This one was just used with a few 1x2 plates on the bottom, 2 in the sand green, 1 in yellow, and then another tile on top in sand green. Similarly, we have the larger ammo crate. This one is 3 studs long and actually includes some of that coral blue on the bottom, along with the same yellow stripe. And then on the top it has some sand green cheese wedges along with a sand green tile. And then for our final loot box, we have the vending machine. Now this could be made in multiple colors to show the different rarities, but I built a legendary vending machine. This took very, very long to make, but I think it turned out really nice. It's about minifigure size, as you can see. I made sure to include a bunch of details on this thing, including a little keypad and various buttons on top. This whole side part here is black, just like in the game, and down here I even made sure to include a little indent, just like the game has, which actually I used this piece right here to recreate that on its side. Now also, since this is a legendary vending machine, I used the yellow color, but then I used this kind of like fire yellow for the panel where it would show the different weapons, and again, a print would be really nice there. All around you can just see it is all yellow except for the side here where there are 2 flashing lights. One is green, one is red, and then there's also this little grill on the top here. For the feet on the bottom, I just used these gold studs, and I think it turned out really nice. It is just a 4x4 stud base. Now I want to take a look at 2 more obscure Fortnite things. First, we got the spike trap. Now this obviously is when it's on the ground and when it's activated. If it wasn't activated, honestly, I'd probably just take all these off. And that's probably how I would build a deactivated spike trap. This is a 8x8 base, and there are 9 total spikes. This is about the size that I'd say a Fortnite build would be 8x8, and it's just perfect for trapping your Lego minifigures in. Now for our final build of the video, we got the little drone that picks you up when you die. This one was very obscure, but it was requested by somebody in my Discord, so I thought it'd be fun to recreate it because I've seen nobody else do it. Now when you die in the game, you kind of turn all blue and pixely, and this drone drops down from the sky and kind of like picks you up and then flies away. I also used these little claw pieces for little antennas. I also made sure to include some of the yellow in the bottom here. And of course the little blue circle light on the front. Now it is a very obscure build, but I think it was very fun to make. And that was everything for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe and leave a like. Also comment down below some other Lego Fortnite things I should make in Lego. And keep an eye out for some mocks in the future. If you guys would like to see all of my other Lego Fortnite videos, or if you want to check out another great video, there'll be a link on the end screen now. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.